guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about using a Dorian mode in a quartet groove, so you definitely want to stay tuned. Happy New Year to you, especially for you guys that have been here, been hanging around for my videos. All the support I received in 2018 was overwhelming, so thank you so much for being a part of these videos. Listen, I'm ready to jump into this year running. I got some great stuff that I want to share with you guys. I've been kind of going back, looking over the year and looking at some of the things that some of my monthly members have mentioned to me, as well as some of you guys here on YouTube. And one of the things I want to dive into was something, the quartet music, gospel quartet music. I notice a lot of bass players are interested in playing this style of music and figuring out how to incorporate some of the things that we do normally for solo ideas and improvisation into actual music and using it in the actual groove. So cool, I got you. I hear you loud and clear. So what I decided to do is this 5-week series, and I'm going to break down some ways that you can incorporate the modes into a quartet groove. I know it's kind of weird, right? But trust me, it's going to make a lot of sense. The thing about these modes, they're not reserved for just one style of music or just one type of playing. You can use these things in anything, and what I want to do today is give you some practical tools on how to start incorporating this stuff today by showing you one of the ways that I use the mode in what you heard me playing at the beginning of this video. I'm in the key of E. We're playing a regular quartet drive. I'm from Mississippi originally, so that's deep down in my veins, so I can't get away from this good old drive. Let's play it here. It's deep down in my veins. So what I'm going to do is share with you guys who may not be as familiar with like quartet music, the quartet drive, how you can kind of get into using the modes with that groove. And there's so many variations. We're going to cover a few of these things over the next few weeks. I won't dig as much into on this YouTube lesson, the drive aspect, as I will dealing with how we can incorporate the modes in this particular drive. If you want more of that, remember to follow the link in the description below. We'll dig more into that drive idea and the different variations that we can use to develop that quartet drive. Now for today's lesson, I just want to deal with using the Dorian mode. Now, something that you heard me do over this E groove, that comes from the Dorian mode. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Dorian scale, you know typically if we're talking in the key of C, Dorian goes from D to D. That's normally the Dorian scale, but if we're in the key of E as we are, so basically what I'm doing is I'm taking notes from this scale. It's something that you hear pretty common. You hear a lot of guitar players and a lot of bass players do this line, but you may have never thought about it in the sense of using it as a Dorian mode type lick. And all we're doing is rearranging the notes because they all come from that Dorian scale. And that's all we're doing. Now, there's several variations of that we can use. Again, we can go so the way I'm using this particular Dorian mode for this line, I'm starting on the 5th note of that scale and going to the 6th note, back down to the 3rd, to the 1. Okay? And I'm doing like a hammer on. And the thing about it is a lot of times in gospel music, quartet music is full of a lot of soul. It's a lot like blues in terms of the soulful aspect of it. It's not as technical as it is soulful. So, I mean, there is some technicality to the music, but it's more so about feel than just playing notes with no feeling and just making sure you're playing all the right notes. That you don't feel anything, but when you play in that particular line. might require a little bending. I don't know if you guys do sliding or bending, but for me personally, doing the line, I would probably do more bending. I'll show you how I would put it in the context of the groove. So there's several ways you can put it. I mean, in terms of the placement of where you put it, I'm just dropping it. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, yeah. On the 4 of the groove is where I'm landing it, but there's several places you can place this to make it feel right in the groove. And remember, when we're using these different modes and these different scales, you don't have to play these things as scales and have to use every single note for it to be considered pulling from that particular mode. Take the notes, move them around. Or I can take either one of those starting notes and we're still pulling from that Dorian mode. All of it's relative to that particular scale. And so it all works over that E minor. You can take all of that and use it over the E minor. Now this is just one particular variation of how we're using that Dorian scale. Now if you want more of this and you want to get more into this lesson, click the link below. Other than that, guys, I will see you on next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm out. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. And listen, if you enjoyed the content, click the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on my notifications so you can be notified each week once I post a new video. I really appreciate you guys being here, and check it out. If you want more content like this and if you want to get even more in depth on the bass lessons, remember to head over to JermaineMorgan.net. There I have many more bass lessons. I talk a little bit more in depth on some of these subjects that we've covered here on YouTube, and I also have music. Most of you don't know, but I am an artist as well, so I do have music available there if you want to hear me really play. I have music there, so check it out, and I will see you guys on next week. Thank you. I'm out of here.